right? Shalom, shalom. Shalom, brother. Y'all about Shalom Shabbat. Give me 1 second. Let me light up this. All right. Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuwab Amawam back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called, you see the title, you know, that ninja mentality, shaking my damn head. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly why. All right. I'm going to start off with the video and then I'm going to go into these scriptures. All right. Salaki, let me get this. Let me share the screen. There we go. All right, let me get into the video and then I'm going to get into these scriptures. All right.
Yeah, no motherfucking vibe. There's a whole lot of swiddle dilly dabble going on. A whole lot of gas pumping and mad destruction. I'm trying to go to war with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If I blow this bitch, I'm gonna cause a nuclear reaction around this bitch. You might run self-centered with that fat shit.
I got
yeah, no motherfucking vibe. There's a whole lot of swiddle dilly dabble going on. A whole lot of gas pumping and mad destruction. I'm trying to go to war with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If I blow this bitch, I'm gonna cause a nuclear reaction around this bitch. You might run self-centered with that fat shit.
Hey man, Jake is so through. I had to play that twice. All right. Now this is what you call a straight ninja mentality. All right. Yeah, a whole lot of gas pumping and mass destruction. What? Man, listen, man. These people done, man. All right, let's get into these scriptures of why this is a ninja mentality. All right. One, because you're not going to be able to beat Esau and his blessing, all right, at all. This war that we're into right now is a spiritual war. All right, let's go into yeah, Jake is through, man. Let's go to Genesis. Let me go to 27. Right. All right. Matter of fact, you know, before I go to that, let me go to Psalms 17 and 13. Ooh, 17 and 13. All right. It says, "Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Now keep that in mind. Which is thy sword? The wicked, which is thy sword. All right. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right. How are we going to prove that real quick? If you go to Malachi 1 and 4, all right, I'll start from the top. It says, "The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to Israel by Malachi." All right. And it says, "I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Yet I have loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness." All right. So this is who is the wicked, Edom. All right. And the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. All right. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai clearly just told you that he hates Esau. All right. Which he created Esau just to destroy him. You see? So they are the wicked. All right. And if you go into Genesis 25, it speaks about how Esau came about. All right. and he was red like a hairy garment, which we already know. If you've been following along for a while, the only people that are red in this society is the so-called white man that the Bible speaks of. You see, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right. And let's see what his blessing was. All right. His blessing was, remember now, we started off with reading Psalms 17 and 13, and it said what? All right. Preserve me from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right. Now let's see what Esau's blessing was. Yep, right here. I'll start from 38. I'll start from 38. And it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Because what happened right here was Jacob supplanted, all right, which Jacob, that actually means to supplant, all right. He supplanted Esau for his blessing. You see, Esau sold his birthright in Genesis 25, all right, and then through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because that's how he wanted to be played, all right, he ended up supplanting Esau for his blessing later in the 27th chapter. That's this chapter, all right. And if you are the one to receive it, Esau and Jacob was Cain and Abel reincarnated. You see? All right. So Cain slew his brother, and he was marked with that mark of leprosy. So in the next life, because there is reincarnation, Esau was born as the so-called white man. All right. And that was the first time there was this, a so-called white man to arise in the earth. Okay. So it says right here, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. And this is one of his blessings, the fatness of the earth. And this is why Esau has his hands in every place, has some type of, foot set in every place in the world, because he has the fatness of the earth. Okay. And then this is the key. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. And it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he's been doing it ever since. He's been literally killing his brother. See, the so-called white man is our evil twin brother. All right. And he's been killing our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans forever. He has that perpetual hatred, like it speaks in Ezekiel 35. All right. Starting from the top, prophesy against Mount Seir, and it goes into, the 5th verse talks about he has the perpetual hatred for us. It's continual. Perpetual means over and over again. All right. So every time he's reincarnated, he still has that hate. All right. But the point is that his sword, the sword was his blessing. Let's see what this sword. All right. Let's see what this word sword goes into. All right. Sword, knife. All right. And today, back in the day, swords and knives were the actual, killing instrument. But as time evolved, the killing instrument became stronger and stronger. Then we went from swords and knives and bows to, guns and military and tanks and things like that, you see? So the sword is Esau, which is the wicked. All right. And it says drought, also a cutting instrument for its destructive effect. All right. That's right. Destruction. It says as a knife and sword or the other sharp implement. All right. See what else we got here. A sword laid to waste, a sharp. Let me see what they got for root word. All right. To be waste, lay waste, make desolate, be desolate, by in ruins. To attack, smite down, slay, fight. You see, how do you smite down? How do you slay? How do you fight somebody? How do you attack them? In today's society, is with weapons. All right, and it says on the bottom, to desolate. It says to destroy, kill. And what is used today to destroy and kill? Weapons. All right, so this is talking about Esau having his weapons. All right. That was his blessing. That's why the so-called white man has a great army. All right. That's why he always coming out with some type of new technology of guns. All right. All types of different type of killing instruments. All right. And you're not going to beat this man in any form, way, shape. It don't matter. All right. You can have a whole block. You can have 100 ninjas with you. All right. You're not going to be able to take this man out. This is his blessing. You see, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has allowed him to have that blessing and take us out with it. See, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is mad at his own people, that's what he uses. He uses the so-called white man to put you down. All right. This is why our brothers are always getting shot on the streets by cops and things like that. All right. And these cops get away with it. You see, that's because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua uses these devils as the whooping stick. All right. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra. And sorry I'm doing this so late. I just, I've been down the last couple of days off of sickness, but everything Gucci now, not even put it that way. Everything better. All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 5, and it says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, all right, famine, death, and destruction. And he's going to use his sword to bring this death, destruction. All right. This is what it talks about when it talks about Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to be used. The sword is going to be used for Jacob's trouble. All right. Whoever doesn't get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through his sword. All right. Through this damn devil. He's going to be put down at one point because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has compassion on his elect. He cares for his elect. All right. But 1/3 is only going to be saved. Those that believe on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. These 2/3 that don't want to hearken, all right, are not going to make it. And you got fools like this one. This guy's got a freaking a rocket launcher. Bro, that's crazy right there. How you even get something like that? All right. But hey, we live in a time where anything is possible. All right. So this fool really think that he gonna be able to come and hit Esau with something. All right. Yeah, you can have a couple rockets, but listen, Esau's so smart. He's a cunning hunter. All right, talks about that in Genesis 25. Esau got shit in the skies. All right, he got drones. he got robots. Cyborgs. He got dogs with guns on them, robotic dogs. Like, bro, there's not one thing that you're gonna be able to do that's gonna take Esau out. You see. You might kill, let's just say, let me rephrase that word. You might take out a couple of Edomites, all right? But you're gonna get hit by the rest of them. There's no way. See, this is what we're trying to tell you. You're not gonna be able to beat Esau carnally. This is why we have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because this is a spiritual war. And because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai created the wicked, all right, he's in control of the evil and the good. All right, Isaiah 45 and 7. Let's get that real quick. I form the light, all right, and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. All right, I already quoted it, but I'm going to bring it out. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, do all these things. So if you are spiritually in tune with the scriptures and you have Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the one that's controlling the wicked. All right, man's goings is of the Lord. So how can a man understand his own way? All right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai wants you to put your trust in him, not in man, not in war, not in weapons. You see, you're not going to be able to beat this man carnally, man. All right, let me get got a couple scriptures. Let me get a second. Yeah, exactly. You know, Esau's blessing is carnal, while ours is spiritual. You see, that's the blessing we got. There's no other better blessing than that right there, to have a spiritual blessing of, you know, faith, all right, having these scriptures and having Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Now, let me go into 1 Corinthians 10. It's locked. It came up the wrong way. 10. And Salaki, 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 10, and I'll start from the top. And it says, Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach, who in presence am based among you, for being absent and bold toward you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. And people think that we walk according to the flesh, but we don't. All right. And it says, for though we walk in the flesh, yeah, our bodies are made out of flesh. All right. We're in this fleshly world just like you. All right. But it says we do not war after the flesh. All right. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You see, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Why? Because they are spiritual. All right. But mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds. All right. Let me see. Pulling down of strongholds. All right. Anything on which one relies. You see, fortress. All right. See, we rely on what? We rely on Yahushai, man. That's our castle. That's our fortress. All right. We don't need no weapons. All right. Ecclesiastes. What is that? 8. Ecclesiastes 8 and where is that? Ecclesiastes 9. That's where it's at. 9. All right. It says, wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good. You see, having this wisdom is going to be the stability of your time, of these times. All right. Having this rock solid foundation of having your house shot is going to be your stability. You're not going to have to use no weapons of war. If you know the scriptures, we are going to be the weapons of war. All right. Jeremiah 51. All right. It says, Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, thou art my, let me get it from the top, 19. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them. All right. Meaning the elect. For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe. and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. You see? So we are going to be that battle axe of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We are going to be those weapons of war. So we don't need to fight carnally when we are going to be those weapons, you know? And by us having this truth, man, us having this truth is a weapon within itself. You see? As a matter of fact, let me grab what did I want? Let me go to Isaiah 54. All right. And it says in 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see, no weapon that is formed against us is ever going to be able to prosper against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Why? Because we are those weapons, man. All right. Again, those that are wicked, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua uses the so-called white man as the weapon to put your ass out, because you ain't want to hearken onto this word and you ain't want to learn. You see, but those that are doing the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all right, we are the weapon. All right. This is why this place is crumbling right now. This is why this place is trying to get us off the streets. This is why they're trying to get us off the internet. That's why they don't want this word preached no more, because this word that we're preaching is a weapon. You see, this truth that we're preaching will set you free. All right. If you watch the movie, if you ever watched it, I always bring it up. One of my favorite movies is Eli, the Book of Eli. All right. What did the so-called white man say in that movie? All right. When Beveridge came and asked him for the book, and he said, we doing all this for a book. And then he smacked him and he said, it's not just a book. You see, he said it's a weapon. All right. Because it is a weapon, man. This is a two-edged sword. All right. Let me grab that. Hebrews 4:12. And it says, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing, all right, look, you see, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. All right, let's go into that, the dividing asunder. Let's go into that word asunder. Matter of fact, let me go to that word powerful just to see what it says. Yeah, this word is active. Whew. You see? Why? Because this word is truth. All right. It's active. It's effectual. All right. It's active as we speak. We in those last days because of the scriptures. So it's active. All right. Back. Powerful. Any two-edged sword, dividing asunder. All right. It says marismos. All right. A division, partition. All right. Let's go into this word partition real quick. All right. It says, especially with reference to a country with separate areas of government, the action of state of dividing or being divided into parts, dividing up, partitioning, separation, division, subdivision, splitting. All right, breaking up. And we're breaking up. We're breaking up this wickedness. All right, severance. Severance. What does it mean to sever? All right, it means to cut, man. To cut everything, basically. Separation, distribution. see what this root word is. To divide, to separate into two parts, cut into pieces. Exactly. Be split into factions. Yeah. All right. This is a war of good against evil. Just like it tells you in let me grab that real quick. And Ecclesiasticus 33. 33 and 14. And it says, good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. You see? So it's separated into two parts, good against evil, man. Life against death. Those that rock with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to have life. Those that want to be carnal and go against Esau and be like Esau, you are death. All right. So let me go back. Salakia. Stuffy ass nose. Go into it says in spirit and the joints and the marrow and is a discerner. See, this is a discerner. Let's see what discerner goes into. All right. Relating to judging. Ooh. All right. Fit for judging. See, these people don't understand that we're judges, man. And we're judging you straight out the scriptures with the scriptures. You see, this is what we're preparing ourselves for, to be in the kingdom. Judges, man. All right. Those that are the elect, the 144,000, were the ones that were in the beginning with Yahushua when Yahushua created the heavens and the earth, man. All right. That's why when you go into, let me bring that back up again. All right. Blue letter Bible. And you go into Genesis 1 and 1. All right. Genesis 1 and 1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That word God goes into Elohim. You see, it says Elohim, but it really goes into Elohim. All right. And it says what? Rulers, judges. All right. This wasn't the Heavenly Father like people think it is, man. It was Yahushua and his 144,000, man. The rulers, the judges, the divine ones, the angels. All right. So we are judges, man. All right. So we're judging you with this word. This is why people get hurt when we bring out this truth. They feel the judgment. All right. This is why people can't handle it, because they're wicked. When you're wicked, no one likes to be judged. You know, growing up, we will always do something wickedly, and when somebody would put it upon us and tell us, all right, we felt some type way about it, man. Passing judgment, see, of Yahweh, passing judgment on men. Yeah, because he speaks through his elect. He speaks through his prophets. All right. The lead of the leaders or rulers of the Israelites, because we are going to be those rulers and leaders of the Israelites, starting with Yahushua, then going down on to King David. All right. And then going into the 144,000. All right. 12,000 from each tribe, and there's 12 tribes. All right. So that's right. They are the battle axe, man. So going back to, what was that? Yeah, I don't need this one no more. All right. So it says, for the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, man. All right. We don't need no weapon, man. This guy got a freaking, I can't get over that, yo. He's got a straight grenade launcher. That's some bugged out. That's bugged out right there. All right. Probably got that grenade launcher and got no rocket. Yo, Jake a fool, man. Jake funny as hell sometimes, man. All right. And it says, a two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. All right. Of the mind. Heart goes into La'ab, which is your mind. All right. Now, let me go into Hosea. Hosea 6:5, right? And it says, therefore have I hold them by the prophets, hewed them by the prophets. Let's go into hewed real quick. All right. All right. Which means to cut. Yep. To be cut. You see, you get cut with this word, be engraved, hewed into pieces, cut up into pieces. What did he just say in Jeremiah 51? All right, thou art my spiritual battle axe, and with you I will break into pieces the nations. You see? So it means to cut into pieces, man. All right, to split, square, query. All right, grave, yeah, grave them up, bring them down, man. All right, it says, therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. Yeah, I've cut them down by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. You see, I have slain them by the words of my mouth. This is just us speaking his word alone is breaking down everybody, man. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. See, there's nothing we can do other than just preaching his word and making Yahweh Bashem Yahushai happy, man. Because this is how he's getting his word out. And this is why we hate it by all men. Because these people can't stand when we bring judgment upon them according to the scriptures. See, we don't give judgment according to our own understanding, according to our hearts. All right. We give understanding according to the scriptures, man. Brothers will always filter everything through the scriptures at the end of the day. That's the only way to look at it. There's no other way. You see? Let me grab Ecclesiasticus. What do I have? 28. 28 and 18. All right. I'll start at 17. 17, and it says, let's see, can I start up maybe more? Nah, I'll start at 17. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. It says, many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. By this word, man. You see? Yeah. All right. So many, but not many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. You see? And this is what the prophets did of old, man. All right. The prophets of old, all right, brought down what, man? 8, Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, all right, and of evil and of pestilence. You see? And this is how the prophets always brought places down, brought these things down, man. This is how we always destroy places. Before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua destroy something, man, he brings up his prophets, man, to tell you what's about to come. All right. And we are breaking America down slowly, just preaching out this word, man. All right. And this is why Esau is trying to get us off the internet. You don't want nothing to do with hearing us on the internet. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the point, man. You're not gonna be able.
Yeah, no motherfucker vibe.
I can't with this guy. A freaking grenade launcher, bro. All right. You're not gonna be able to get Esau, all right, in his carnal blessing. It's just not gonna work like that, man.
Y'all know the motherfucking vibe. There's a whole lot of swiddle dilly dabble going on. A whole lot of gas pumping and mad destruction. I'm trying to go to war with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If I blow this bitch, I'm gonna cause a nuclear reaction around this bitch. You might want to South Central with that fat shit.
Bro, guy like that won't even last. Guy like that won't even last a day. It's just not gonna work like that. You see? All right. So, hey, man, that's pretty much the point, you know. So, with that being said, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. All right. So, with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad. Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. The water for the scriptures, brother. Shalom.